Nyakuimbo kanondeu tetula weira. Aono tetula, aono da hole do don tetula elo ye tetula. Nyakuimbo kanondeu tetula weira. Aono tetula. Do numimechele, greetings to you, my people. Always a pleasure to be with you to talk about Vodun spirituality. Yes, because Vodun spirituality is our identity. That is our history. It is our culture, our tradition. And just like the fun people say, when you are lost about where you are, remember where you come from. This helps relocate you. Yeah. And when you know your past, it helps you know or understand the present. And when you understand the present, it helps you anticipate in the future. That is very important to know who we are. What is our history as black people? Yeah. Welcome to our fourth series of Understanding Vodun Spirituality. This is Agbayanu from Benin Republic. You know, family, if you have any specific question, you can WhatsApp me. My number is 96848037. The country code is +229. Let me take it again. +229 96848037. You can contact me for any information about Vodun spirituality. Yeah. You can also email me. Check in the bio, you will see the information. Good. You can also drop your questions in the comment and we discuss it. So, dear brothers and sisters, this is our fourth series. And those who have watched part 1, part 2, and 3 of Understanding Vodun Spirituality, you already know that if you are willing to practice this African spirituality, the very first thing you got to do is to go to the Fa priest for Fa initiation. This will help you know who you are, what spiritual clan you belong to. It helps you know what spirit you can work with. It helps you know what lifestyle you should observe in order to stay in communion with your spiritual realm, to stay in communion with the set, the God who has created you. It helps you know which spirit you can call on to have assistance in the accomplishment of your destiny. That is what initiation to Fa is in Vodun spirituality. Good. Today we are going to talk about the process of initiation. And I want to make clear, just like the song I was singing at the beginning of this video mentioned, I am not a priest. I am not a Fa priest. No. I am not a Vodun priest. I'm not even interested in that. But I am a Humvi. I'm proud of that. And I'm good with that. I am initiated to Vodun. I have Vodun in my house, in my compound, in my family, and I am responsible for a lot of things in the spiritual practices of my family, but I am not a Vodun priest. You will understand that by watching the series of videos I'm putting here. Good. Today we want to talk about the process of initiation. And we are living in a world where gender equality matters a lot. Whenever it comes to talk about men and women, no matter the domain, and you try to say something that looks like a discrimination, yeah, people look at you in a specific way that you start questioning yourself. But this cannot prevent you from telling the truth. Yeah, today we want to talk about the why women's initiation is different from men's initiation. In Benin Republic, up to now, we have two main styles of fa. We have the Yoruba style that we call Nango style. We don't use the word Yoruba like that here. That sounds like a French or English. I don't know much about that, but we will say Nango. So we have the Nango style of fa and the Fon style of fa. The Fon style is also called Afa. You know, when you say fa, that is the Fon language, that is the Gun language. You can also say Afa, which means which is Eve, Mina, in Ghana. You know, so that style is known as Fon style or Aja style of fa. Those are the two main styles, and the difference between that is that there is implication of two divinities that are different. On the Nango style, on the Nango side, the process of initiation has the implication of a divinity that we call Badu, which is the feminine energy, which is a witchcraft deity, a witchcraft divinity. On the Fon side, we have the implication of Na, Minona, which is synonym of Badu. Now, that is also, when I say it is synonym of Badu, it simply means that it refers to the feminine power, to the Queen Mother, to the witchcraft divinity. Good. Now, the initiation of men and women in Benin up to now, women are not allowed to take two hands of fa. When we say two hands, it simply means that after the initiation of to fa, men are given two lots, two sets of the kernel. I mean, two small parts, ball containing the kernels. Whereas women take only one part, only one set, only one lot of the kernel. This means that, you know, normally we have 16 kernels in one hand, 16 kernels in the second hand. So when men take the initiation to fa, they take two balls, two sets. And when we say 16, the fa priest can give you, they will never give you the exact number 16, because the 16 refers to the 16 signs. But they will never give you exactly the 16, they will give you more. They can give you 18 or 20, you know. And now, men will take that two times, two sets. Women will take one set of. So women take one set while men take two sets, and we call it two hands and one hand of afa or of fa. Afa refers to Ewe language. It is the same thing. That is the Fon style that they practice in Aja or in Togo, Ghana. Yeah, that is the Fon style. And we have the Nango style. Good. In Benin Republic, be it Nango style or Fon style, the common point is that women are not allowed to take two hands. And I don't know if the word allowed is appropriate, because it's not question of forbidden. It's not that it is forbidden, no. It's just like women don't need a second hand. They don't need two sets of fa. This can be explained physically, I mean biologically, and spiritually at the same time. When we take it biological, you will notice that when we consider genetic information, men are XY while women are XX. which means that when it comes to give birth, women can give only X because that is the only thing she has. But men can give X and Y. So when men take Fa initiation, one set is considered as the X information, and the second set is considered the Y information. So that is why we give two balls, two sets to men. And since for women it is XX, so it is just one set. Good, that is just a biological explanation that I try to give. But when I question Fa priest about the question, why do women not take two hands? Women do not take two hands. That is the answer they provide me with. They say that for a man to come to life, they will take through a woman. It is within the belly, the womb of a woman, that the man will take body to become a human and will see the light. So when the man take initiation, we compulsorily need to consider the womb in which he stay, which simply refers to the feminine power, the feminine energy that we call Badu in Nango style, and we call it Na in the Fon or Aja style. So we have to consider not only the man, but also the womb in which he stayed to take body. So it is by combining the two realities that we have men incomplete. Whereas women to come to life take by themselves. So there's no interference. She stay in a woman's womb to take body, to develop, to become human. So it is the same principle going. So she does not need to refer to any feminine power before she is complete, because she is straight, but men are not like that. So that is the explanation priest will give. Other priests will go further and tell me that, okay, this is how the things work. When men, you are born, you take initiation. The world itself is like created or based on the feminine energy somehow. Because the number 7 is feminine, in Vodun spirituality. And men's number, figure is 9. So when we say 7 days, 7 this, 7 this, we're referring to women. Just like the slave trade, before you go to the ship, for America, it is important to stop at the forgetfulness tree, where women will turn around the tree 7 times, while men will do 9 times. Because in the spiritual realm, our number is 9 as men, and women's is 7. So spiritually, men and women are not the same being, though we belong to the same reality. So men's initiation, it is because we should have, for example, when you initiate to Fa in Benin and we are giving you 2 sets of Fa as a man, they will show you clearly that, okay, this set you are taking is the male, and this one that you're taking is the female. How can you know that? You simply look at the kernels. You will see that the kernels that we consider male are bigger than the kernels that are female. So we say, okay, the sets of your 2 sets, the set that contains bigger nuts are considered, is considered the male, and the second one is considered the female. So women, since you are only XX, since you stay in a woman's womb to grow, which you are, this means that you are one being. You have only XX. So even if people giving you 2 sets of ball, you know, it is XS, it is the same thing, which is not necessary. So in Benin Republic, that is the reason why they say women do not take 2 sets. They cannot even take 2 sets, because the second set that we take refers to a divinity that women cannot see, which is Badu. Women cannot see Badu, though it is a women's power. It is feminine power that we can discuss later. It is feminine, but women cannot see. And it is not a question of discrimination. The day you see it, you die. You become blind. It is not a joke. It is not a discrimination. Men themselves, even when you are initiated to Badu, you are not allowed to go to Badu or eat something from Badu like that. No. Anytime you want to go there, there is a ritual you have to take. There is a water you need to purify your eyes. Otherwise, whenever your eyes come across Badu, you can be initiated, you can be even the owner of the shrine. You become blind, and there's no solution to make you recover. So, it is not question of discrimination, but it is the law of Mother Nature. It is universal law. Women cannot seek Badu. And the second hand, the feminine power that we're talking about, is from Badu. Now, why would you give 2 hands to women, whereas that hand refers to reality that she does not need, that she cannot even see? That is another argument, reason given by some priests. So, dear families, that is how initiation goes. And how long does an initiation take? In Benin Republic, for initiation takes maximum 3 days. The first day, when we take the phone style, the first day, you go in the evening, you will be put in a room that is dark. The following morning, they will do some rituals, of course. The following morning, we knock at the door, and there's a ritual, we bring you out. And that simply means that I was living in the darkness. No matter the mistakes, the sins I've committed, what I did in my ignorance of who I am, it is because I was in the darkness. So the Spirit has to forgive me about that. That's why you are put first. You are placed in a dark room where you sleep. And also we do that to make sure that on the eve of your initiation, you have no intimacy. Because whenever you have intimacy in Vodun spirituality, you are impure. There's nothing you can approach and have results. So the priests want to make sure you are pure. And they will ask you to come on the eve, and you sleep in the palace in a dark room. The following morning now, the ceremony starts. There are a lot of things. We're not going to put all this because guys can just copy it and become priests, which is not good for our people at all. So, be it the 2 style, that is how and why women do not take 2 sets and men take 2 sets. Next time we are going to talk about another topic. So, dear families, dear followers of Path to the Root, thank you for watching this video. See you next time for another video. Bye-bye.